I've put together this quick little video here to kind of give you a game plan, give you an action plan. I call it plan of action. Since now that you've decided to either build or look into the existing market, or even before you decide to do that, here's a little bit of guideline of what the steps that need to be taken to help point you in the right direction. And the first thing that I always tell people is that they need to make sure to consult with a licensed professional in whatever industry they're trying to get into. Usually talking to a professional in the industry helps give them more insight and saves them more time and money than they could do on any research of their own. So the consultations should always be free. The first consultations, there should be no obligation because it should just be free information if they really care about your needs and kind of what you're looking for. And so that's what I tell people, is always seek free advice, get free consultation, so you can kind of take a professional's advice and they can help point you in the direction that you need to go, so you're not spinning your wheels or wasting your time. So the second thing I like to point people to is a qualified lender. In fact, any good real estate agent, the first thing they're going to do after they give you that free consultation is they're going to get you with a lender. They should. And make sure you're qualified or pre-qualified to buy in the market that you're trying to get into. The reason that realtors do this, I had a nice couple that came in and they were excited to build a home. They had sold their home through a realtor. They were ready to progress and build their home. And the first thing I did is I told them, okay, well, have you got pre-qualified? Where's your pre-qualification letter? And they hadn't yet. They just jumped the gun and sold their home. And then I got them with my lender, and it turns out that somebody stole their credit several months back, and they were just displaced. They couldn't buy a home at the time that they wanted to. And it cost them several $1,000s in interest rate, cost them several $1,000s in increased market. It took them 6 months to try and repair the credit issue that they had, and it was just a mess. And so before they even should have sold their home, they should have got with a lender and made sure that, hey, if we sell our home, where's the numbers checking out, and do we qualify to buy what we need? Otherwise, there was no point for them to sell their home until they fixed that credit issue, and all they did is displace themselves, and it made for a bad situation. So always, always, always get with a good, reputable lender and get pre-qualified, because the information they're going to give you is going to help you make the correct decision when it comes to either building or buying a home. So they'll let you know how much you qualify for, and again, they should, at no obligation, be able to do this for you. I mean, lenders, there's a lot of them out there. Just make sure it's a reputable, good lender. That'll help you through the process, the entire step of the way. Nothing more stressful than getting your information to 2 or 3 different people, and it's the same stuff you got to keep going back for. So the third thing that I'd like for you to do is determine what you want in your home before you go out and meet with these builders and try and ask, oh, what's your standard features, or what's your price per square foot, or what's the cost of these homes in this subdivision. Tack down kind of what your expectations are. The 3 areas that you need to be specific in, or as specific as you can. The first one being location, because I could build the same home in 2 different locations and they can be several $100,000 different. So what you need to do is narrow it down, hopefully 1 or 2 different locations, cities, and by cities or schools or whatever your specifications are, to say, hey, here's kind of where I'd like to live. And then you can kind of know where the price ranges are for the second one, which is the floor plans, or the square footage, or the size of the home. And so that's the second thing you want to kind of narrow down, whether you want a 2-story, a rambler, a split level. Just try and be as specific as possible, because when you sit down to meet with people, or meet with your realtor even, if you're going into the existing market, they're going to want to know kind of what you're looking for. I mean, if you're not looking for stairs, or if you are looking for stairs, if you like the 2-story type. And so it doesn't have to be specific floor plans unless you're going into building. Then 2 or 3 different specific floor plans would help a lot for every builder that you meet with, or every realtor for the builder. So be as specific as possible and narrow it down. The third thing, it kind of comes into the feature item. This is where the hardest part of going and shopping builders is, because you're trying to compare apples to apples, and rarely do you get the information that you need to compare apples to apples. It's because the dynamics of building is so diverse that it's hard to sit down and say, here's apples to apples. So if you come in with, hey, this is everything I want, it makes it so much easier for you, less headache. You can just give it to them and say, hey, price this out, or tell me where this would be. And that kind of helps you compare apples to apples. So you want to create a detailed wish list of the features in your home, the the granite between the granites, the tiles, the two-tone paints, four-tone paints, whatever you want. Make sure to list as much as possible. And then you contact our team. We'll give you a free consultation. We'll advise you in the direction that you need to go, or try and help you decide on your best fit for your family.